So, for the past several days, the talk of the streets and taverns in Baldur's Gate has been all about the so-called death curse, a wasting disease afflicting everyone who's ever been raised from the dead. The victims grow thinner and weaker each day, slowly but steadily sliding toward the death they once denied. When they finally succumb, they can't be raised, and neither can anyone else. Regardless of whether they've ever received that miracle in the past, temples, scholars of divine magic, they're all at a loss to explain the curse that has affected the entire region, possibly the entire world. You all have been invited to the home of Sindra Sylvain, a retired adventurer and merchant. You arrive at her house. A uniformed attendant leads you up a grand staircase to the third floor, then ushers you into a wood-paneled room with a fireplace, comfortable chairs, and a heavy table bearing goblets and bottles of wine. The darkly paneled walls are hung with maps and sea charts. Racks, shelves, and cabinets hold hundreds more rolled up maps and charts. A frail-looking woman seated in an overstuffed chair near the fire. Only her head emerges from under a heavy blanket draped over the chair, and an embroidered hood and silver mask conceal her face. In a dry, raspy voice, she says, "Help yourselves to the wine, and seat yourselves, friends. I hope I may call you that."
Yes, yes, I will take wine. I like wine. Hey, it's nice to meet you. I like to be friends too. And I reach down and I embrace her in a huge hug around her snugly.
Oh, yeah, and the attendant comes over and is like, gently, gently.
Yes, Bulu be nice.
And you hear her laugh under her mask. Very well. Help yourself to the wine. And she has a blanket. She's just kind of like, she's by the fire. Her chair's like facing the fire, and she sort of like wraps it around herself. And you can just see the outline of her chin beneath the silver mask, and there are bandages on it.
Are you? Go ahead.
I try to sit down in one of the chairs, but it's too small for my shell to fit, so I just stand there and try and look that cool.
What does it fall? Does it fall over? I mean, is it?
Yeah, well, it rattles around a bit, and I kind of try and put it like nothing's really going on here. Like, pay no attention to this.
So I walk over to the table. I pick up the wine and I pour everyone a glass, hand them the glass, and then sit down with the bottle.
But no glass.
No glass.
I remove my hood and just kind of look around the room. I'm a yellow greenish goblin with bright yellow eyes, and I kind of smile and I have kind of a huge grin with these razor sharp teeth. And as I look around, I smell the wine, and I just kind of, I think I will pass, thank you. I appreciate the offer. And I just put it back on the table.
More for me. Pick it up and drink it.
Indeed.
She kind of gives you like this curt little nod. I don't know if we've been formally introduced or how well you even know each other. My name is Sindra Sylvain, and she obviously painfully stands from her chair and wraps the blanket more tightly around herself. But quite frankly, I need your help. In exchange, I plan to reward you handsomely. But
Excuse me, ma'am. Did you say somebody needs rescuing?
Well, I'll get to that. There does indeed. But before we dig too deeply into that, before we dig too deeply into what I need from you, why don't you tell me about yourselves? I've read reports from my contacts, of course, but I'd love to hear from you directly. See what makes you tick. And Nimbus, I guess, had already sort of, well, maybe had introduced himself, and maybe she would like to...
No, my name is Nimbus Snow. I appreciate you bringing me here.
What is she? And you described what she saw already, so that's good. Okay.
I'm here because my master has died from this curse that seems to be affecting many in the lands.
Oh dear.
I offer my help if I can find a cure.
Indeed. She looks over to Leon. I guess, was it you who asked if she had needed help rescuing someone? Yeah. Okay. Are you in the business of rescuing people?
Yes, I am, as a matter of fact. And when we heard about this curse going on, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to help out. I'm sure a lot of people in this jungle need rescuing.
You sound like a very brave turtle.
That's what they say, but I don't know. Maybe I just do what I can to help everybody, you know?
She reaches over and kind of like, may I? Like she wants to like touch your shell.
I kind of lean so she can and turn a little.
You seem very tough.
Thank you.
You're Leon, right?
Yes.
She looks over at Tabaxel. A drow.
Does that startle you?
Not at all. I invited you here.
Tabaxel's got his hat. He's got a big old hat on. Helps block out the sun. And says, I'm here to find a lost city. I heard about lots of times in my travels. If we help people along the way, that's fine. But that's my main mission here is finding the city, learning about it, who lived there, what they did, and making myself famous.
I see. I see. And how have the denizens of this city taken to you? It is Baldur's Gate, I know, but outside of these walls, it must be difficult for you.
It is. I keep my head down and keep my voice quiet. Most people don't even notice. But when one does, they all do.
Well said.
Do people here not like your kind? I've never seen well, I've only been around humans and elves most of my life. You're an elf. Why don't I don't understand why people wouldn't like you. Did I say something funny?
Most of my people, where we come from, are not likable at all. They look down on other races as, no better than slaves. And being a male in that society is not easy either.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. You seem nice.
Thank you.
And Syndra kind of smirks and says, How, how, how unusual. The goblin asking the drow. What an unusual bunch we have here. And you, Mr. Blue, I know you like the wine. What else is there about you?
I am visiting from my country. I have come to find out the new ways and spread the world of Helm.
Helm.
Baloo is just here to enjoy himself and help some friends.
All right. What does he look like? What does she see?
She sees basically a. Let's see here. Hold on one second. I am. Baloo stands at 7 foot 2 inches tall, 345 pounds, green gray skin, basically a very large individual that is a minotaur, but instead of being a bull, half man, he is half elephant. He's also wearing fine armor and robes with priestly vestments on, with a mace at his side and a shield upon his back.
Cool.
He has an air of confidence, and he seems to know what he likes and what he wants.
All right. Have you found many followers of Helm here in Baldur's Gate?
Yes, there is church down the street. I like it. It is nice. Not as good as church in Karatur, but it will do.
I see. Well, very nice to meet you, Baloo.
Absolutely. Would you need any healing? It looks like you are ill.
It's funny you say that. More on that in a moment. Not now, but thank you.
Sure.
And she turns to.
And as
Go ahead.
I go to reach for the wine and accidentally knock the empty glass on the thing, knock it off the table and onto the floor. I don't know if it breaks or not.
Yeah.
Does it break? Oh, I am so sorry. I'm very clumsy. I apologize.
Don't bother. And James, and her manservant comes over and please, and sweeps it up, takes care of it.
Yes, thank you, James.
Yes.
Baloo thanks you.
You're very welcome, sir. And another interesting character. She looks at Snarn and Kobold, I see. What is your name, little one?
Yes, Snarn I am.
I love it. And from where do you hail?
Well, there's this little cave. That's where I came from.
I see. I see great things in you. And she kind of looks, kind of like cocks her head and stares you in your eyes and says, "You're stronger than you think you are." And what does she see? What does she see in Snark?
I don't know. He's tiny, just barely over 2 feet tall. Red scaly exterior, red eyes. Not much else.
Okay, cool. And Hickabee comes in late, led in by I guess another manservant. Ah, our final arrival. You must be Hickabee.
Sorry, I'm late. Redhead kept me up. Can I get you got something that'll peel the hair off an opossum? I love me some of that. Little wake me up.
I too am interested in this.
We have wine. I don't care for much stronger things than that. Perhaps sherry.
Nimbus smiles and looks at Hickabee and kind of walks over and, "Mr. Hickabee, we meet again," and reaches up to shake his hand.
Hickabee will take like one of those wide swaps and just like, big slap on the hand, grabbing it. Hey there, little guy. How's it been going?
Hello, sir. And I look around the room. Mr. Hickeby and I met traveling here. He has been teaching me more about my culture and the language of goblins. Right, Mr. Hickeby?
Absolutely.
I hear you're a bit of an anthropologist. Hickeby, is that correct?
Well, I don't know what the long word is, but yeah, I like to bounce around from people to people. I'm kind of like what you call a people person.
Yes.
Get to know everybody.
Well, I'm glad you're all here. I too was an adventurer long ago. And the reason why I invited you here is that, well, I died once and was raised from the dead, a cleric. I've since closed my door on that stage in my life. But this death curse, it has struck me. And she takes the silver mask off her face, and you can see that her face is bandaged up, and through some of the bandages you see maybe some blood and just sort of wasting away at the tissue and the skin on her face. Her eyes are terribly sunken in. Last little bit of vanity, I suppose. And she puts the mask back on, and she says, I don't know how much longer I'll last before I perish. The clerics unfortunately have no help to offer. And then she puts her arm on Baloo's shoulder. They are unfortunately stymied by what's happening. I might as well just say it. My contacts in the Harpers, they've learned that the cause of this death curse is a necromantic artifact called the Soulmonger. According to their sources, the Soulmonger is somewhere in the land of Chult. And when she says that, she points over to a map that she has pinned to the wall. You follow her finger and you look to the wall, and it's a huge peninsula. And there are settlements, or maybe not settlements, it's just landmarks dotted just around the perimeter. And at the eastern side is a mark that says Port Nyanzaro. And in the middle, it's basically a skull and crossbones, jungle, very thick, and there's nothing really mapped. Just a few dots along the coast only. And she says, Chult is a peninsula ringed with mountains, choked with rainforests. Enormous reptiles, savage goblins. And she looks at Nimbus to see if there's any reaction. An undead army prowls its jungles and ruins. Mapping the place has been nigh impossible. Nothing is known about the region's current geography beyond a few miles from the coast. However, working from dozens of sea charts, logbooks, explorers' journals, I've assembled everything known about the current state into one map. And she unpins the map and brings it over, and gently moves Baloo's glass and bottle out of the way and everybody else's wine glasses. She lays it down and kind of rolls it out, smooths it out on the map, and she points to Port Nyanzaro and says, this is where the adventure would start. Don't take me the wrong way, please, but you are not my first choice. My first choice left months ago. My second choice weeks ago. Neither group has been heard from since. My efforts at scrying show nothing but darkness. And she sighs and kind of drops her head. They were by Both quite capable groups, but it appears the dangers of Chult were too much for them. You all are different than the other groups. And she looks at each of you, and the more she goes down each one of you sort of in a line, and progressively her smile gets deeper. She says, but from what my sources have told me, I feel like you may be my last best hope. Perhaps an unconventional group like yours is just what is needed. If you're willing to help me in this mission, to save me really, I will teleport us all to Port Nyanzaro, the only major settlement in Chult. I've been there several times before, so there's little chance of mishap. Once there, I'll stay with a friend named Wakanga Otamu. He's one of the 7 merchant princes who rule the city. She folds up the map and holds it out to you. What do you say? Want to go for a ride?
I'll put my hand on the map. I'm gonna-
Blue looks around the room, gives a wry smile, and says, Blue will go.
I believe the 3rd time is a charm, they say. So that bodes well for us. And I put my hand on the map.
Okay.
Leon says, surely you didn't have any heroes in your land, and I'll be happy to help save you.
Okay. So you all put your hand on the map?
Hickabee takes what's left in one of the glasses of wine or whatever, and kind of rubs his armpit and then wipes it off on some piece of cloth he's got in his pocket. All right, freshen up. You said Prince is on this boat. Gotta look nice for royalty. All right, let's go.
Blue puts his hand on the map.
Okay.
Snarn hops up and tries to do the same.
Yeah.
I boost Snarn with my trunk.
Excellent. Yes. Okay. So your vision. So Syndra begins to talk, and the weakness in her voice fades, and it's something deep and sonorous. And with one of her hands, she makes these gestures, and you see written in the air these arcane sigils. And before you know it, your eyes, the room, it goes dim. It starts to fade, and you hear a rushing of wind and white. You're blinded. When your eyes adjust themselves, you feel as if you've dropped. You get the feeling in the pit of your stomach like you've fallen, and you appear in a tropical city under the blazing sun. You hear the familiar sounds of a harbor, creaking ropes and slapping waves and heavy barrels rolling across cobblestones. And these sounds mingle with voices shouting and cursing in an unfamiliar language, filled with clicks, inhalations, sing-songy words that make it sound almost musical. The aroma of unfamiliar spices, tropical fruits, all of that mixes with the wharfside smells and fish, tar, canvas, all that of a boatyard. Beyond that, beyond what you immediately see, Port Nyanzaro is just an explosion of color. Buildings are painted in bright shades of blue, green, orange, salmon pink, or their walls are adorned with murals portraying giant reptiles and mythical heroes. Every building that you see sports a basket. Clay urns of colorful flowers are draped in flowery vines. Minstrels in bright clothing adorned with feathers and shells performing on street corners. You see multicolored pennants, sun awnings. You see as all of these senses sort of come rushing in at you at once. It's a strange sensation, and you feel the heat. The whole city seems to be bustling, sweating, laughing, swearing, and singing, and it must be 30 degrees warmer here. I think it was maybe fall in Baldur's Gate when you left. At the same time of the year, obviously, it was instantaneous, but It is definitely a hot, wet heat here. And as you take in the sights, your eyes kind of adjust to the hot, bright sun. You notice that Syndra is unsteady on her feet, and she's kind of holding a hand to her head. And she reaches one hand out in front of her as if she's trying to maintain her balance. And before you're able to do anything, a tall, dark-skinned man dressed in fine, flowing clothes brushes past you, puts his arm around her, and ushers her to a nearby bench before she collapses. Have a seat, my old friend. You must stop pushing yourself. You are no spring chicken anymore. And that last little bit coaxes a smile from Syndra, and her color starts to return to her face.
This is fantastic.
This is much warmer than the mountains that the monastery sits. There's so much color.
Pull my
It's
hat
getting-
down. Way down.
Yeah,
Just-
it is
Yeah, really.
very uncomfortable for you and for Snarn. You both have sunlight sensitivity, so it's for both of you. It's very bright.
This is the worst place I've ever been.
Hey, surely you're joking. This is like home to me. Matter of fact, it kind of is.
I kind of picked up this little thing. Hold on a second. And starts chanting and la, 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 flicking water. This will make you feel better.
Yeah, in fact, let's put you. If there's a little image here. Yeah, so walking through the streets, you see merchants, people with turbaned heads, and you see dinosaurs. I don't know if any of you have ever seen these creatures. They look absolutely terrifying. They're being used as mounts, beasts of burden, things like that. And you hear Syndra, she says to Wakanga, Wakanga, it's good to see you. She pulls back a wisp of her hair and kind of like tucks it behind her mask, behind her ear. And she gestures to you weakly. This is the group we talked about. He kind of stiffens a little bit. Another group of adventurers. When will you learn, Syndra? He kind of leaves her side, makes sure she's stable. Walks, stands up, kind of surveying you, walking around proudly. My name is Wakanga Otamu. I am one of the merchant princes who rule Port Nyanzaru. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And he gives you this easy, noble bow.
Thank you, sir. My name is Nimbus Snow. What are those large creatures?
Oh, those are Uptal's children. You may call
They're very
them dinosaurs.
Big children.
Indeed. And these are not the largest. We don't let the largest roam about the city.
I don't think you should let the smallest.
I like you. You're clever. He turns back
Oh,
to
yeah, I've
Syndra.
seen a few small ones of those. They make good soup. Fry the tails up. Make it
You've
good.
eaten one, Mr. Hickaby?
Yeah. We got a bunch of them in the rivers back home.
Oh my god.
A little smaller, but
Snarn. Snarn, are you related to any of these kind of things?
No. These are different.
Oh, I did not know. I didn't want to offend. I am
And,
Baloo, and I grab him and give him a big hug. Just nice to meet a companion of our companion.
Yes, and
It-
he's
it could be oblivious to what Snarn. just noticing him. He's like, "Holy jeez, I didn't notice we got a walking caiman. Oh my god!"
And Wakanga kind of like he frees one arm, puts the other one like down between your between like both of your chests, and kind of like pries himself loose. Very nice to meet you too, Mr. Baloo. He turns back to Syndra. You are right. This bunch is indeed different. Kind of chuckles a little bit, and he helps her up off the bench. I wish there were some other way, but time is of the essence. And he kind of like puts the back of his hand to her cheek. He helps her up kind of off the bench and looks at you and addresses you. He says, you can find lodgings at the Thundering Lizard or Kaya's House of Repose, depending on your tastes. Find what you can. And then he thinks about it more. He's like, I don't know how they'll take you at Kaya's House of Repose. A Thundering Lizard might be more your speed. Find out what you can in the coming days. Perhaps hire a guide. I assume you're going to the jungle.
Looks that way.
Do you have any suggestions for a guide? Or guides that you trust as a prince? I'm sure that you know guides in this area.
There are several good guides. I would check at the Thundering Lizard or Kaya's House of Repose. There are job postings. Some are available, some are not. I don't deal directly with the guides myself. That is something for another one of the merchant princes.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Yes. Very nice.
Find out what you can. Do come and see me before you leave. There is something Syndra and I wish to show you. But first, she needs some rest. And he kind of walks her over, and he leads her up to a sort of a carriage, and it's attached to two squat, lumbering, small dinosaurs. If this is your first time in Port Nyanzaru, be sure to take in the dinosaur races. Who knows, you might even win some coin. And with that, he ducks into the carriage and takes off.
Great. Let's go anywhere that's darker.
Little one, you do not like the sun? The sun is fantastic.
See, I imagine an
the
elephant
sun
like
is
flopping,
fine.
like flopping its ears and like just totally enjoying the hot sun.
Yeah.
That's right. It's like, oh, this is more like home.
The light that it produces is another story.
So they race the elephants? I mean, I'm sorry, they race the dinosaurs as well as use them for carrying people?
Yeah, that's what he said. You can't ask him now. He took off, so he took off in the carriage with Syndra to take her back to.
Oh no, I was just asking the other people
Okay.
in the party.
That is what he has said. I assume that these things could be done that way. I mean, some of them look like they could be faster than the others.
Oh, interesting. So, are we to go to this Thundering Lizards or the House of Repose?
I would like a room. Baloo would enjoy a room.
He did say we should go to the Thundering Lizard, so let's head there.
I hope they have a bed big enough for me.
That could be a problem.
Okay.
Well, let's head off.
Yeah, so he gave you directions to both, and the Thundering Lizard and Kaya's House of Repose are They are in the market ward. I will shift click us down there. Did I put everybody on the map? Yeah. So they're in this general area here. You see, Kaya's House of Repose is pretty much candy corner, but across the street from the Thundering Lizard. And Kaya's House of Repose is, it has pink parasol sort of awnings, and it's very nice. It's like when the door opens, you almost get a whiff of rose water. It's a very nice place. You can hear soft music coming from it. Across the street, the Thundering Lizard, the jaws of a giant, you assume dragon, sort of are open across the front door. So you would actually have to step over the bottom jaw and teeth of the dragon to get into this place. And you hear raucous music, laughter, dancing. You hear a glass break. You hear shouting. You hear loud music.
This is Baloo's kind of place.
That's the one.
What color dragon is it?
What's up?
Dead. It is dead color.
What color dragon is it? Can you tell, or is it just like?
I think you could make maybe a, I don't know.
Perception.
What kind of
investigation?
Make a nature check.
There you go.
First roll of the game. Here we go.
Do it up. -6. What?
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say you could have advantage given your kobold self, but I think that you recognize it as a large red dragon.
Oh, it actually is a dragon. I figured it would be a dinosaur. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't like this place.
Let's go inside. Maybe we can get something to drink.
Okay.
It'll at least get Mr. Tabaxel out of the sun.
Yeah. If he's not already gone.
Yeah, I'm walking into this place.
Okay. So you step over the teeth and the bottom jaw of this, and you see a bartender behind the bar, and there's somehow some bit of a cool breeze. There's no air conditioner or anything like that, but you do notice in the ceiling there are like palm frond ceiling fans that are turning around, and they're connected to like pulleys and sort of belts that keep them going in a constant motion. And you see little water porters, boys, carrying buckets of water back and forth, not just here, but kind of throughout the city. And you also notice too, not just inside here, but like within the city proper, big gutters and big cisterns and things like that. And the lay of the land is such that I think the map is oriented so that the right side of the map is to the north. So the south side that goes toward the jungle is higher, is a higher elevation, and it slopes down towards the sea. So you can tell that they use, whenever it rains, which is quite frequent from what you hear from Syndra, that they use the water for all sorts of things. Powering these kinds of fans would be one of them. So you walk in, and a bartender behind the bar, he has like beaded jewelry and a sleeveless sort of tunic on, and long dreadlocks down to his waist. Welcome, friends! And he has this hugest smile you ever saw, and he's just, welcome, friends! Come in, coldest tej in Port Nyanzaru. Come and try the tej, coldest in town. And there's a guy who's passed out, being dragged out by, you don't know who, maybe a guard. And he waves to him, I hope you had a good time, friend. You come back and see us. And there you have it.
Hey,
We have-
Gary,
Yep.
I just have a quick question. Do we have what do we have for starting money?
Whatever your character, you either did your.
I never rolled. All I got was 5 gold in a pouch from the background, so that's it.
No, your background is in addition to, from what I recall. Yeah, your background is in addition to whatever your gold, your starting class gives you.
Your class gives you equipment. Your background gives you gold.
Right.
Well, your starting wealth by class is like a cleric is 5 die 4 die times 10.
Yeah, you get
Right.
that. You get that in addition to your background money. So you roll it up now or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Roll it in front of us so we all know what you have.
Yeah.
I don't know how to roll.
Looks like this. So actually, go to the die on the left-hand side.
I did it. I just have to do slash roll.
Slash roll. But this thing, they've got a new die, so you hover over the roller. You can actually hover over and pick like 5
Yeah, I
and 4
see
like
it.
that too. Yeah, that's a new thing. Anyhow, there you go. You got money.
How much
Sweet.
for
Did someone just rub
fighting?
their hand together? They're like, sweet, I got money.
That was me actually. Sorry, it's not my goal.
How
Even.
much-
But it's before I started buying things. I wanted to make sure I had money to spend.
Sure.
Leon goes up to the bartender and says, "Excuse me, sir. Do you have any tomato?"
Good day, man. No, Ikarat does not sell tomato juice. Do you believe this, man? No, friend. We only sell Tej. Coldest Tej in all of Port Nyanzaru. Maybe some ale. We have some ale, but it is not cold. How about
Okay,
some Tej?
one of those and a question. Have you seen anything called a soulmonger around here?
He gives you a map and he pings where it is. No.
Nice.
No. Sometimes there are zombies. All right, that was Wakanga's accent. No, sometimes there are zombies, my friend. But
Zombies?
I know no one named Soulmonger or anything like that. Sorry.
Okay, thanks. I thought it'd be worth a shot.
Yeah, no worries, man. And then he hands you a Tej, and
Gary, that'd be quite the campaign if also, yes, I have it right here. Here you go.
Right.
yeah, we're gonna wrap this up
in about
tonight.
45 minutes. How much are the drinks, sir?
Tej, 2 mugs for 1 silver.
Don't. Baloo has you. Do not worry, friend. And I put a gold piece on the table. Drinks for us all, please.
Nice.
A gold piece. A whole gold piece?
Yeah, so that's 20 mugs of Tej. Tej is it's an amber-colored fermented drink made from honey, and it's much more popular here in Port Nyanzaru than ale.
If we're getting 20, walk up and grab 2. Pull my hat up a little bit. Thank the Dark Maiden and grab 2 drinks and find a booth.
Yeah, you get one and there's certainly dark areas within the tavern. Yeah, people who drink, especially with the headaches and stuff, they don't like a lot of light. And even still, it's not like it's not like now where they have plate glass windows, so it's nice and dark in there. And it's cool. It's strange too that the drink in your hand, you'd swear, I guess a modern analog would be that it feels like it's refrigerated. It's very cool, almost that cool.
Maybe this place isn't so bad.
I crawl up onto the onto a stool, and I ask the bartender, "How are you able to keep everything cold in here? It's much colder than it is outside."
This is wonderful, man. Is it not?
It's very nice, but is it magic?
No, Ikarat would never tell his secret.
Oh,
It may be magic, it may just be goodwill. Timora, the goddess of luck, maybe she blessed me.
Oh, then I think your goddess likes you very much.
Yes, friend, she does. I like you. Here's a drink on me. And he hands you slides you a shot of something.
Oh, unless that's a shot of water, I cannot. I've never had any drink ale or wine.
Never.
Never.
Come on, man, you pull my leg.
I can pull your leg if you'd like. I'm short, so I start to get down to crawl behind.
No, my friend, it's a figure of speech.
Oh, I apologize, sir.
No worries, friend. All right, then. I'll drink it myself. And he goes to reach for it.
In my land, they call that pulling your chunk.
Is that so?
Yes, it is.
I like you too. Here, you have it. He
Oh,
slides it.
I've never had this before. What is this called?
This is called a whiskey.
Whiskey. It smells like dirt and rotten logs. I shall like these. It slams it down.
Yeah. Tastes like an Irish peat bog.
That's right. It is strong.
It is. What brings you to Port Nyanzaro, my friends?
Leon takes a small sip of his and passes it over to Tabaxel.
What was the original drink we got? What was it called?
Tej.
Tej.
And
We are here at a friend's behest to do a little bit of venturing on an island.
Chult is a peninsula, actually, but I get your drift.
Oh, I am not from here. I don't remember these things very, very well.
I thought you had good memory, your folk.
When we want to.
I lean over to Snarn and kind of whisper, should we ask him about a guide?
I can hear you just fine, my friend.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if that was some stage whisper or... But you're very loud if you're trying to be quiet. No harm, no foul, though. We have plenty of guides in Port Nyanzaro. You going to brave the jungle, are you?
Maybe.
I see. You should check the board over there. And he points over, and there's like a board with like kind of like ads and posted things. In fact, I stuck it in everybody. It's in the PC folder. Check out the players' handouts. And it's under Help Wanted. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not.
No, yes, no, yes.
So,
How dare you, sir? You've only prepared 97 things and not...
Oh, it's there. There are two things on the board. The guides are under the Port Nyanzaro guides under the players' handouts.
Mm-hmm.
There's the ones that are available. You guys can check those out. And there are a couple of help wanted items. Did I click that?
So just as an FYI, like we are in Chult right now.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you were all teleported to Chult.
See, I was thinking it was island. I didn't realize. I heard you say peninsula earlier. I forgot.
You tricked me. My screen only goes to need an escort, and I clicked it, and it's not what I thought.
Which one were we supposed to be?
No. Oh, that would have been so much better in Hickaby's voice.
They should be called escorts if we go to the House of Repose.
That's right. So you can check them out. So there's, if you're looking for the guides, we can go through them. Or some of the guides will offer their services free of charge. if you help them with certain quests, different things. Most of them charge 5 gold per day and require a 30-day payment up front, so 150 gold up front.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to get either the prince or that woman to pay for that, because that's insane.
Well, we could get a job doing some of these things on the board here. There it is, collect a debt. That looked not so bad. We could make sure that someone pays their debts. That is not good. You should always pay your debts. These are job postings, are they not?
They are.
It's funny on my thing when during the help wanted thing, it says help me find my fat.
Mine too, yeah.
I have no problem finding
Mine's
yours.
right here.
Yeah, I got
Collect-
mine.
Oh, this man needs to collect 500 gold pieces from a mean and ugly person.
What's a taban?
Leon, Mr. Leon, you're from.
Yeah, it's one of the small islands right off the coast.
Do you know what a taban is?
Do I, Gary?
No, it's like a name. It says help poor Kalahu collect 500 gold debt from the mean and ugly Taban.
Oh, so it's just his name, okay.
Yeah.
It's a name, silly.
Oh. Bolu was not sure.
Yeah, it says he can be found lounging, probably drunk on Tej, in the shade of the standing stone. So any of these help wanted things that you wanted to do, you could sort of present to the bartender, Ikarat, and he can help out by sending a message. He'll send one of the runners out to the person, or to one of the guides, and he'll come back probably within an hour or so.
I think this collected debt would be a good way to get the starting money and for our quest, and it looks like it's easy to find. It's right near town.
What says you, Mr. Leon and Mr. Axel?
Sounds good to me.
Shouldn't be too difficult.
Okay.
Well then, I guess we're collecting a debt.
You'll find
Sounds good
something
to
you'll
me.
like to do there. A guide, perhaps? Come on, man. Tell me what.
I
you
pulled
got.
the note off the wall and said, This is what Baloo would like to do.
You want to tangle with Jaban, do you? You're crazy, man. Okay.
Is Taban bigger than I am?
Oh. He is about the same size. He is a trained warrior, though. How about you?
Better than a trained warrior.
Perhaps Mr. Taban will listen to reason, explain that he has money that.
You are funny. I like you. You make me laugh.
Oh, is that a no? Does that mean no?
That is definitely a no. Here, reason and Saban, they do not go together in the same. They do not belong in the same sentence, even.
My question is, if we are to collect the debt, would Taban even have this kind of money?
Yes, he has problem with drink, but he also has problem with collecting money. I don't know what his deal is. He has plenty of money, but does not like to pay his debts. He's very strange like that. Very thick in the skull, if you will. Only one way to see, man.
That's true.
Maybe Mr. Taban knows about the soulmonger.
I don't know. All right, so
Nimbus, my friend, you are very smart.
he sends. He's got the piece of paper from you, and he sends it off. And maybe 30, maybe 1 hour, 1 bell from the clock. I don't know.
Fine, we can finish drink.
All right. And the drink is very cold still, and the fans are whirling around, and you see the porters every once in a while bringing the water up. You hear them walking on the roof, up the stairs, dumping them in cisterns and things that are on the roof. Gravity power sort of flows through and turns those.
Cool.
Yeah, you sit and drink for a while. There's a band playing. It's it's sort of it's medieval reggae. I don't know if you guys have heard that before. It's very chill.
Nice.
Yeah, it's relaxing. You know, tap your foot kind of music. So you jam out for a while, and then I don't know, about an hour later or so, you see a woman walk in with the porter. Who will help me with Taban? Who is that? And she looks over, and her eyes go wide, and she looks at all of you. Oh my! And she walks over. You can help me with ugly Taban. He is so mean to me. He owes me money. And she puts the tab that you had torn off back down on the table.
Well, we are definitely here to help you.
Are you
My
drunk
name is
too?
Nimbus.
Taban stays drunk the entire time. Are you not too drunk to fight him?
I don't even drink. So I don't think we're going to try to fight him for. My name is Nimbus, by the way. I think we're going to try to reason with Taban first.
She crosses her arms over her chest.
You are never too drunk to fight.
She obviously doesn't care how we get her money as long as we get her money.
Yes.
I am Baloo. We will talk to this Taban for you.
Yes.
Very well. I pay you nothing until you bring me back my money.
Agreed.
20%.
Is that negotiable?
It's
It's
like
a
200
20%
gold,
if
right?
he. No. It's
Make a persuasion check. Maybe try to persuade her, and then we can make a persuasion check.
Yes. The way I see it is your friend here that you think is mean and ugly who has not paid you for a very long time. Baloo thinks this gentleman may be in a good sense the gold, like he should, with a small threat of possible group interaction. But if he does not, he may hurt one of us. If he does hurt one of us, I would like compensation for said pain and suffering. In addition to the 20%. If we get it easy, just 20%. I am a reasonable man. And I feel that is fair. If it becomes overly complicated, we reimburse for the overly complicated part.
Very well. What do you ask?
I would say no more than 30% if he becomes overly complicated.
All right, make a persuasion check.
Where's my character sheet?
So you can click click your token, click ability, or is your token not here?
Yeah, I can't see it. So, all right, persuasion.
I don't see any of the tokens here.
Can you see the map at all?
The map's up. I just can't see any tokens.
Okay, all right. I don't think I brought them over actually.
I did not do well. The second roll was fantastic.
You have inspiration.
She says, "Are you not a cleric?" She taps your symbol of helm on your chest.
Yes, I am.
Yes. If you are hurt, wave your fingers or trunk. I know not. You make yourself better. 20% is my offer. Take it or leave it. It's 100 gold.
Well, to be fair, what is to stop us from just taking the 500 gold and leaving?
I will tell the guard. They will have you arrested.
Are they going to believe Taban over us, that we robbed Taban? 500 gold?
No, they will not believe Taban.
Agreed.
They will believe me though.
Then I guess we shall see. Don't worry, we will get your money.
Very well.
I have a big, huge. By the way, he's got a huge grin on his face, and he reaches out to shake on it, and as he does so, he knocks over one of the glasses that has a little bit left in it. He's like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm very, very, very clumsy."
Right. And she warms up a little bit. That was kind of her, you know, she was sort of, that was negotiation sort of pose. Thank you. I do need the money. I need the help. So thank you. And shall we leave now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Let's check the weather and see what it's like outside. I know it may be a little sunny when we got there, but it matters especially for a couple of our characters. Oh my.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. So it's one of those days where you're starting to get day drunk, and the weather changes.
Perhaps we come back tomorrow.
storming, and
Yeah, it's not like just rain. This is like lightning and nastiness.
yeah. So heavy storm. Maybe most of it's sort of off to sea, I think, but it's definitely raining and stuff here. So okay, she leads you out through. Let's see, I think I got some notes on this. Yeah, she leads you kind of to the southern gate. Let me find it here. There it is. Yeah. So yeah. So she leads you to the southern gate, and this gate is known as Ooptow's Jaws, and it leads you into the region called Maller's Throat. And this region is outside of the main walls of Port Nyanzaru, and it is still, you can tell obviously once you go through the gate, this is clearly the slums, slum district. On either side are sheer jungle draped ridges, and they flank the deep ravine that really kind of makes up the walkway that you go through. And there are ramshackle buildings that cling to the side of the ridges on either side. And it's like structures built on top of each other, and there's different, like planks and walkways and things like that. And across the top of the ravine, there are bridges made of, and they're tiny little footbridges, and they're made of rope, bamboo, things like that. And they're maybe 200 feet or higher above the bottom, above the floor, above the bottom of the ravine where you guys are walking. We lost somebody.
I was just gonna say, I think we lost somebody.
Jason, oh, we're back. She leads you through Maller's Throat, and there's just like kids running around everywhere. You see people on the bridges and things like that. Tell me the marching order without giving anything away. Who's in the lead? It's sort of a narrow at the bottom. She's sort of actually kind of leading you out front. Come this way.
As we leave, I nudge. Unfortunately, I don't remember. I nudged the Axel. This is better weather for you, is it not?
Much better.
Yeah, so you're not affected by the sunshine and rain or mist.
Yeah, but the wind is trying to blow my hat off, and that kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, it's wet and kind of making it flop down.
Oh, it's not so bad. And he flaps his ears and shakes the water off.
Thank you.
Ickaby's usually like 20 to 40 feet behind, just, kind of working through the crowd, looking at people, looking at all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
Smiling at people, tipping his hat. Hey there.
So yeah, it's sort of as far as an anthropologist goes, I guess it's more of a maybe not. Is it anything classically trained, or does he like take notes and things like when he looks at people, or?
I don't know. He's a people person. Like like walking down the hallway, you got your friends up front, and then there's somebody in the back. He's like, "How you doing?" He walks to the other side. How's that leg doing?
Right.
Catch you later.
He's probably just staring.
Yeah.
Well, golly, look at that.
Okay. So Hickabee, then, if you're in the rear, make a perception check.
I don't know. I think they changed the opacity. I can't see the when I minimize my character. All right, here we
How did
go.
you make those little things appear again? The little shortcuts that you put.
Click your token.
There they
Okay.
are.
You feel your coin purse being tugged on.
Woohoo, darling. Grabbing the wrong side.
And you look down, and there is a tiny little hook embedded in your coin purse, connected to a very thin, almost invisible string. And you look up, and there are two like peasant children trying to fish your coin purse out of your pants.
Let me check my equipment real quick. It's been a couple weeks. Yeah, he'll gently tug on it, pull the front brim of his hat up towards the sky, kind of peel it up, take a look at him, like tuck it, and be like, "No, kids, you want it, you gotta earn it. Come down here."
Yeah, they see you like turn your hat up to them. They drop the string and they take off running. Cool. You guys make your way through. I guess they've passed the word. These guys aren't suckers. So there's no further pilferage tried. And you make your way to Standing Stone. Let me put you there. And oh, there you are. Damn it. Oh, I think I left somebody off. Hang
Oh, they off the map.
No, I can't see me.
on.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
Hold on. I didn't paste you properly. I'm missing.
Is there a way to
It could be-
a way to make the portraits on the bottom of the screen smaller?
Yeah, and you can see everybody's. You click the tog and click the very bottom.
Yeah,
avatar
good.
sign.
Yeah, that's up to you. You can change all that yourself. Yeah, so to the cog to the right,
Okay, yeah.
avatar size. You got it. Okay, and it could be Leon. Who am I missing? Nimbus.
This is Nimbus.
There you are. There you are, and there is a huge gladiator, and he's got several bottles of Tej around him, and he's throwing rocks at anyone who walks by him. Who want to fight the Bond? Nobody fight the Bond today.
Is that Taban's brother, perhaps? Maybe Taban is smaller.
And he's a massive dude. In fact, he's bigger than that. He is this size.
Oh, jeez.
Is he human?
He's got his helm on. I don't know why. I can't explain that narratively, but he does.
Because he's that much of a badass. Just walks around with a helmet. He sleeps in that thing.
Because
Maybe
he
it's
can.
stuck on his fat head.
But there's plenty of room beneath his nose in which to slip a bottle of Tej, which he's doing currently. Glug, glug, glug. He's got several like laying about him. Some are half full. Some are, it's like you leave a beer somewhere. He just drinks one, puts this one down, and takes off, sips another. Someone throws by, hey, want to fight? And he picks up a rock off the ground. Nobody fight me today. I'm too strong.
So should we all go and talk to him, or how should we handle this?
It is whatever you wish. We can all do it, or we can all go up at one at a time, or we could just rush him and hit him across the head and take his money.
That's not very nice.
Well, we don't know.
We're not here to be nice.
All right.
Yes, but what if he's not really mean? Maybe she hasn't asked him for the money.
What if he's misunderstood?
Exactly.
Well, then you're welcome to talk to him. I'm okay with that as well. Baloo has no problems with this. I just giving options. I will back you up, little one.
Okay. Before we
Thank
do that,
you, large one.
let's take a quick break.
Sure.
Restroom, so forth, and be back in just a couple.
Okay.
I need some caffeine. Be back.
I wonder if he paused the recording.
While you guys are sitting there waiting, Taban stands up and takes a long piss.
Hey, this is Nimbus. I'm back. If everybody was waiting for me.
Taban's still peeing.
Nice.
Kind of really swerving a little bit. Right on the standing stone.
Nimbus sees this and he's just like, Mr. Baloo, you might be right in this regard. He does not seem to. I'm going to still talk to him, but
Diplomacy is important.
I would agree. Fighting is always the last option.
Everybody back? Raise your hand if you're not here.
I'm here.
We're all here.
So I'm just gonna cast command on him and say pay.
Oh, that's good.
Go for it.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would he know what he's got to pay?
It has to be after we talk to him, unless you just charge it and charge.
Yeah, you want to talk to him? Go for it.
All right, cool. All right. So Nimbus kind of walks over as this guy's finishing
Grabs
a
his
piss.
sword. Who are you? A goblin. Are you Batiri?
Yes. No, I'm Nimbus Snow. I am here to help get a debt that you owe, and I'm sure it was a mistake.
I owe no money.
No, you owe money. You owe $500. I have it here on a piece of paper.
Let me see that.
Yes, I can read it if you cannot.
I can read.
Hey. Yes, sir.
Give Taban the paper and let me see.
I hand it to him.
$500. How does that convert to gold? How?
He
What is
tears
these
it up and
dollars?
laughs. Here's your paper. Go away, leave me be. Unless you have Tesh. Do you have more Tesh?
I do not, but we need that money, or we have to have another discussion with you, sir.
Oh, you tough little goblin.
I'm tough enough.
Very well then. He stands up, towers over you. Take your best
right.
shot. I guess we roll initiative.
Sweet.
So I do not think you are thinking this out completely.
And he has on him a couple of spears laying on the ground next to him. And he has a spear that he takes off his back and a shield that he picks up.
Bastard.
Let me take out the initiative order. Sorry, let's see here. Everybody roll yet? Yep. Oh boy, we didn't. All right, let me.
Hickabee. Oh, we got him.
Yeah, we got double here. Let me. Jakuli. I've got some extras here. All right, let's just re-roll. Hang on, let me reset the return. See, the thing is, if you don't clear the turn order, then it's got all the old when we're like practicing. So
I rolled the same freaking thing.
nice.
No, that's not nice. It should have been higher.
Yeah, my bad. Here we go.
Oh yeah, me.
I rolled much worse, so that's. We'll give you that one.
I'm
it's
a
better
very
than
big
me
fan
just,
of
like,
that
going
roll.
through and
Yeah, really.
picking them out. Nimbus, you're in the guy's grill, and he said, "Come at me, bro."
All right. 1 second. All right, so I'm going to use my quarterstaff and just pull it straight up and nail him in the jaw.
Okay.
Aw. I thought for sure it was going to be somewhere else.
We'll save that.
Yeah. 13 misses.
Fuck.
So he,
All right, I'm going to use my bonus attack
Okay.
to then kick at him in the knee.
Okay. Unarmed strike. Bonus action. Yeah. Yeah. So he lifts his spear up from his center of his body, glance the quarterstaff off of him, and it reveals his knee that you kicked. And it bends back just a little bit. Cool.
And with that, I'm gonna hold on once. I'm going to move back, and because oh, I can't use that. Damn. Okay. You know what? I'll stay where I am for now.
Okay. And Tabaxel. It's
All right,
raining.
are we doing this?
Yeah, looks like it.
All right. Move. No. And I'm gonna stab him with a rapier. Whip it out, stab him in one quick movement. But you know.
Okay.
Or maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, 12 misses.
Just some fancy stuff then. How's
Yeah.
that?
It's he's just bashing everything away with his shield. Hickabee. You got some dudes sort of in the way there. You got Blue. Blue might be obstructing you a little bit. You could maybe move a little to the north and take a shot if you're crossbowing.
No, he'll sit and act like he's keeping an eye around their surroundings and kind of nonchalantly acting like a bystander, checking his crossbow. It's loaded, but like looking around. And I'm gonna take a ready action if somebody tries to join in, or if somebody tries to join in.
Okay.
No. if he starts to reach for one of those spears,
He's got one in
He'll
his hand.
take-
He's got a shield in his left hand and a spear in his
Yeah.
right hand. He's got a couple more on the ground.
yeah, I'm just gonna keep ready in case something goes down. So if he starts casting a spell, he's gonna take a shot at him. But that's pretty much it. He's just keeping an eye, make sure everybody's not gonna keep coming.
Okay,
Or,
fair enough. Baloo.
You have given us no choice, sir. I am afraid you must be put down. I am going to try and command him.
Okay.
Oh, that didn't quite work what it was supposed to be. So he has to make a... This is what I typed in. I didn't drag it in, so I don't know how it works inside the thing. Basically, he needs to make a save.
Which
versus-
will save DC.
It is 13.
And it is wisdom. What's the?
It is... I have it written right here. Wisdom. It is wisdom.
Okay. Wisdom. Ooh.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
And I say... I was saying drop, so you drop the... You will drop your weapon. I emphasize the drop when I cast the spell.
Okay. And he looks strangely like he sensed something almost. Even though the spell doesn't really say that he can feel that, but he just he's resolute and firm and holds his ground. Taban, he will, I think, he'll attack Nimbus. He's the only one who's hit him. He makes 3 attacks.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. So he bashes you with his shield, knocks you prone. Well, make a strength check, strength save.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a gladiator. The guy is really no joke. So you're prone. So the other attacks have advantage. So
I'm so dead.
you are unconscious. He
Yeah.
He doesn't want to kill you, but so for the last attack, he basically just knocks you out.
Woohoo!
So we use
Backup character. Awesome.
No, you're not
Just
dead. He
kidding.
just knocks you unconscious.
Okay.
He knows better than that. He would get in much more trouble if he were to kill a bunch of people. So you're unconscious.
You'd hold more than 5.
There we go. I think actually with the I didn't say it before, so that's fine. So Snarn, you are up.
Take that.
If you're making a ranged attack, you might need to come a little south in order to get to him.
All right, I'll go there and then I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah. 22 definitely hits.
Look at that awesome damage.
That is not Nurg. That is for sure.
Definitely not a nerd.
No. Leon, you are far away, buddy. But it's your turn.
Yeah.
Unless Nurg, Snarn has something else.
No, that's it for Mister.
I'll put Turner over here.
Can I shoot from there or no?
I think you need to go up 1 square. Because you got Hickabee there and you got Baloo kind of blocking you.
Okay.
That's fine. That's
Sorry, I am big.
I am big. Ah, yikes. Miss. Nimbus is down. I'm not going to have you make death saves because he's intentionally just knocked you out. The back soul.
All right, I'm a little miffed at the miss there, so I'm gonna pull out my dagger as well, and I'll attack him with a rapier, and bonus action attack him with a dagger.
Okay. Rapier misses. The Offhanded dagger hits.
Cool. I distracted him with the rapier. It was awesome. 2 damage.
All right. Slice him open a little bit. He's not wearing any chest plate or anything like that, so tis but a scratch to him.
Yeah. And that's it.
Hickabee, you saw Nimbus go down, and you saw the fearsome fight that this gladiator has in him.
Would Hickabee know if this guy is a, what are they called? They're not bugbears. They're smaller. No,
No.
right?
No would be that half cheetah beast.
Right.
But we
Or
have
not-
established
not
he's a
cheetah,
jerk.
Not a cheetah. What the hell am I thinking
I'm
of? It's
thinking,
hyena, half hyena.
kobold.
No, he looks.
Thinking of the
He
kobold,
looks like
the
just a
goblin.
very large specimen of a human being.
Hobgoblin, that's what I'm thinking. Okay.
Oh, you mean Nimbus? Sorry.
Oh, Nimbus is a goblin.
No, Hobgoblin. I'm thinking of the goblin type family. You got
Mhm.
bugbears, hobgoblin, goblin. Okay. No, he's gonna keep these guys going. He doesn't. I mean, I can't non-lethal a shot range stuff,
Mhm.
and so he's just gonna keep an eye, knowing that this guy's just gonna knock him out, but he won't kill him.
Let's put it
Making sure
this
it's
way:
safe
he looks
there.
very healthy.
Yep.
Okay.
Hickabee's gonna make sure it stays a fair fight, and if they get knocked out, I mean, he knows they're gonna get knocked out, but they're not gonna die. But if other people start coming in, making it unfair, dirty fight, he's gonna jump in.
All right. And you see, people talking, and you see little kids running off to town, maybe to notify the guards.
Mhm.
Mr. Hickabee, I'm unconscious, and those little children are going to tell everybody beat up a goblin. Jesus!
Baloo, you're up. Actually, you know what? We'll do the death saves, and then we'll just say you regain consciousness at 1 hit point if you do pass the third one. So go ahead and roll just a straight d20.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of unfair. Okay, 1 fail.
Oh, I don't know why that rolled twice. Sorry about that.
2 fails. Not kidding. All right, Blue, you're up.
So, Baloo reaches out with his trunk and grabs hold of Nimbus and casts Cure Light Wounds.
Nice.
Dun, dun, dun. It says, okay, little one, I have you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, see, it's not working. All right, so it's...
You can set it up in like your weapons thing to like cure wounds, and then have it so it auto rolls when you click on it.
Nice. +8.
Plus his spellcasting ability.
So that ain't right, I don't think. Unless your spellcasting ability is 8.
As the person getting healed, I think that's completely legitimate.
No, yeah, it should
Yeah.
be 2 or 3. Right?
Cleric of Helm?
Hello? Yeah, it should be +3.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's
I'll take that.
plus my spell cap.
Yeah, it's just your wisdom.
Oh, so it's just that? It's not...
Attacks
see-
use your proficiency.
See it? Oh, okay. Maybe
Even
that's
that
what
would
it is.
just be 5.
That's my spell attack. My bad. So -3 from that. So it's
-5 from
so
that,
it's-
actually.
no.
Yes.
No.
Wait.
1d.
Yes.
Okay, you're getting off the... I have 2 different things that add to it. The spell itself gets my spellcasting ability, which is my charisma has +3. So it's a die 8 +3. And then I get another +3 because I have the life domain, because it's 2 + 1 per the spell level.
Okay.
So I get +6 to the roll, not +8. Or I'm sorry, yes, +6 to the roll.
Okay.
So it's just so a net gain, a net loss of 2, right? So it should be 10.
Yeah.
10. So I apologize. I didn't realize I was going off of my spell attack. I was thinking the proficiency had it in it, but I guess it doesn't. But because I'm the life domain, I do my
Okay.
heals
Yeah,
are extra
just
powerful.
point that out in the future. That way we won't have to talk about it during the game.
Sure.
All right, cool. So, is that your max? What's your max, Nimbus?
The max is 10.
Okay, cool.
So I'm up. Feeling like Rocky Balboa after going.
Well, and I also pulled him towards me, too.
Okay, I'll
as
move
I
him.
did it.
Okay.
Would he get an attack of opportunity if that's the case?
No, because you're
On me?
unconscious.
Okay.
He will.
He might get an attack of opportunity on me, but I have a 5-foot reach in my trunk, so.
Yeah, I think he'll. I'll say no, and then I think he'll attack Tabaxel.
He doesn't seem
Okay.
like he's too worried about the people that are on the ground. So
Boom. Okay, make a strength save, please. Nice. Should have saved that crit for something else, but.
Yeah.
So you take 8 damage. You're still knocked out. Actually, I guess it's a moot point. So he bashes you with a shield, but you stand upright, and he hits you with the butt of his spear and knocks you unconscious. Snarn.
So is Tabaxel down then?
Tabaxel's down.
It's the moment you've been waiting for, Snark. You can be the hero this right now.
And Nimbus backed away from him, right?
That was
Yeah, Blue pulled him from the other square and healed
Yeah,
him.
I'll just try another firebolt at him.
Okay. Yeah, you hit. Nice. Okay. Singes him. He feels it. And he puts his hand to it for a moment, and it kind of snarls at you and starts to look like he's going to walk in your direction. Leon, you're up.
Guys, this guy is knocking us out with one shot each, but here we go. Bah.
I'm sorry, bud. Nimbus.
all right. So I look up. Thank you, Mr. Blue.
you're welcome.
And I'm gonna step to him. And I'm going to use my quarterstaff. And try to hit him right in the gut, and that goes nowhere. I'm going to use my bonus action for a nimble escape where I can disengage.
Okay.
And I will disengage and use the rest of my movement to go over here.
Okay. So the reaction does not draw an attack of opportunity.
Right. And I am done. And I kind of scream over, Mr. Hickabee, this would be a good time if you can. And I'm all done.
Okay. Tabaxel, make a d20 roll, please. And we'll do the unconscious rolls. We'll do 2 of them. Okay, you make. You hear a moaning from Tabaxel, and he stirs a little. Hickabee, what would you like to do?
Hickabee's going to kind of put his crossbow back, the sling that he has. And he's not going to engage this guy. Oh, forget. It's not spacebar anymore. Why'd they take that away?
I don't know. It's the best. It's Q.
He's gonna kind of walk over there, tip his hat at this behemoth, and tell Nimbus, "Hey, little guy, let's get a drink. You just took quite a whooping." And Higby, knowing he's not gonna meet this guy's equal, and none of us are, think it's time to find another river to canoe. Let's go.
Okay. Blue.
I do not think it is bad yet. Let us try. I would like to stretch a bit. I move up to him and then say, "Good day, sir. Helm has come to cure you of your bad ways." And I'm just gonna swing at him.
All right.
If I can find that.
Attack roll.
There you go.
Ooh.
Did I miss again? Of course I
Yeah.
do.
3 crit fails in a row. He deft with the shield. It bounces straight off. And he counters in turn. Does a 13 hit?
It does not.
24 and 20, assuming, so... Yeah.
Yes, they do.
You are unfortunately...
I am
knocked
down.
out. None can beat Taban. And he holds his spear like with his shield hand too, and like picks up a bottle of wine and takes a sip of it, and he puts the bottle of wine down and moves over to Hickabee. You're next.
Oh, big guy. I'm just passing through. Meet me for a drink later.
Snarn.
Take that.
I'll do another firebolt.
All right. Yeah, that's a hit. Okay.
9 more damage.
You're wearing him down. He still looks like he's pretty healthy though. He's a healthy fella. Okay, Leon.
All right. I kind of talk to my bow and say, "Come on."
That's a miss.
Yeah.
Nimbus, make a d20 roll, please.
Okay.
Yeah. No, sorry.
Oh.
My bad. What would you like to do?
All right. Oh Jesus! Everybody's down. All right. I'm gonna move up. 3, 4, and I will attack with my quarterstaff again. And as I attack, I'll scream, "We just wanted to talk to you!"
Yeah, that's a hit.
And then for my bonus action, I will disengage and move back 5, 10 here.
That's just 5.
Oh, sorry. Thanks.
Yeah, diagonally. Tabaxo, go ahead and make that d20 roll, please. 1 pass, 1 fail. You're like talking in your sleep about drow women and how it's unfair.
Just yeah. As a reaction when he gets knocked out, though, he automatically grabs his hat as he falls. That's so his hand's on his hat, and he's talking about drow women.
Hickabee. He does not seem like he wants to parlay.
Hickabee takes a dodge action, and he's just gonna kind of keep his hands up in the air, and it's not cute anymore.
Okay.
Kind of skip around him, and 1, 2, move two steps here, and kind of back away,
Okay.
and keep hitting space bar. It's gonna take a while to get out of practice, and kind of bend over and kind of slap these guys, see how they're doing.
Okay. So you take the disengage or the dodge?
Dodge action. As I walk by him, I don't disengage. I just try and show him, it's like, hey, I'm not here to.
Okay. So he's going to take a swipe at you with a spear then.
Okay.
Jesus, max damage.
No, it's 10, and it's at disadvantage, guys.
Yep, he misses.
Okay.
I think the tear is just getting to him a little bit.
So he's gonna dodge the swing at him, just kind of bypass him, just kind of reach down to the guy, slap him, poke him. You okay?
Make a medicine check on, or you tell me who, one or the other, not both though.
As he kind of dodges this guy, so he's gonna take a wide berth around Baloo, just dodging him. And so I guess I get to, I can't see his name, my token's on top. Tabaxel. Poke him first.
Okay. So make a medicine check.
Okay.
A medicine slap. You medicine slap him awake. Tabaxel has 1 hit point and is no longer unconscious.
Goddamn snake-headed whips. Oh,
You
wait,
got
what?
knocked the heck out.
Snake-headed whips. I love it. Yeah. Cool. You got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So all sorts of references. Yeah. Cool. Who's next? Blue. You rolled.
I rolled my. Yep.
You failed. You're still unconscious. You were dreaming of, I think, Chultan women, from what you were telling me. I don't know.
They have big butts.
Taban, you will move here. I think Nimbus is the one that's been kind of beating on him, so he's going to try to take a swipe at Nimbus again. And
Dodge, Nimbus, dodge!
he will.
Oh!
Jesus Christ!
What the hell kind of... What kind of shield is he using? 10 bludgeoning damage shield?
So that's a wait a second. 10 bludgeoning
second.
damage. Hold on,
That's
I gotta.
like max damage on 2
He
rolls.
did. He rolled a 2d4 plus
Okay.
4. Yeah.
Armor class is 15, so he hits me on all 3. So that's a 10, 23, and
you can
an 8,
choose-
so
you can choose-
31.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, it's not for keeps. So he's choosing to non-lethal you, so he's going to knock you unconscious.
So before he knocks me unconscious, as he approaches me, Nimbus just looks up and goes, Mr. Tobin, if you keep doing this, you will have hundreds of unconscious people laying around you and be unable to get any more drink. And then he nails me and I just drop in front of him.
Yeah. Right. He seems to consider it for a second before he... That's funny. Snarn, you're up.
Zap.
12 misses.
Man, we should have just gone to the jungle. Jeez.
Yeah, really. I figured this would be the easy money, but apparently not.
Leon, you're up.
Leon's just shaking his head at the craziness he's watching up there with you guys getting knocked out and reviving and whatever Hickabee is doing. He's just gonna shoot his bow again.
Okay.
And missing.
Man, Leon is having a bad day.
I'm right
Oh,
with
and
you,
the wizard
Leon.
back.
I'm right with you, Leon, man.
Nimbus, roll a d20,
Or
please.
10.
That was a D20, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Ah, fail.
That's the third die 20 roll. That was a 4.
That's rough today. On the other side.
So, I hope that fourth group that she sends is gonna get all.
Yeah.
I hope she doesn't want it done quickly because this is going to take a while.
I have a really good feeling about those guys.
Tabaxel, you are beaten, bruised, and scarred, but
Right.
you are up.
I'm gonna get up to my knees and I'm gonna put my rapier and my dagger away, and I'm gonna crawl over to here and look for a full bottle of Tej, and I'm just gonna sit with my back up against this rock and just see if I can drink one of them.
Roll a d4.
I'll raise a bottle, a D4.
All right.
Sorry.
You gain 2 hit points.
Cool.
Hickabee. A charging barbarian gladiator. Not barbarian, but gladiators. Again, still not interested in parlaying. You're on mute, Sam.
That happened to me earlier.
Hickabee?
Well, yeah, great. I mean,
Oh, there you go.
Hickabee's not trying to talk to him, but raking Tabaxel up, and he gets up and walks around. Hickabee will turn around, be like, "Nimbus, little guy, what up? Shoot, can't stay on your feet, little guy." And it's kind of, jostle his head side to side,
Yeah, make
pull
a
out
medicine
one of
check.
his wine skins with some potent alcohol, or a flask of, something he's got in his little pocket. Kind of dib some on his lips.
It's gonna be great.
Hickabee's lips. Put a little bit on Nimbus's lips. Wake up, guy! Wake up!
Okay, yeah, make a medicine
And he
check.
has the dodge action. Can I do dodge and just kind of
Yeah, that's fine.
pour something on his face?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not careful or anything. He's just kind of like pouring it down. You say medicine check?
Yes.
Sorry, my speakers keep going up and down. I keep hitting the little wheel. Medicine check. Come on. There it goes.
Okay. You dabble a little on his lips, real cautiously looking at the guy Taban above you, and Nimbus is roused with 1 hit point.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Hickabee.
And
You just had your first drink.
oh wow, I did something to Nimbus's hit points. You've got 100 million hit points.
Yeah, look at that. Hey, you can fight him now.
Take this bastard down!
Went super goblin.
Oh, I see.
It's like pie and spinach.
10. That's funny. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you have 1 though.
Yeah.
You can actually do it in the token, like when those 3 rings come up.
Oh, okay.
You can change it there.
All right.
Baloo, make a roll. You made it. Okay. You have 1 more to be not unconscious, unless Tabaxel offers you aid, or Hickabee. Taban will. He's tired of Hickabee waking these people up. I knocked them out. They're mine to knock out. And he takes a swipe at you. He actually he's a little drunk, so he drops his shield at this point. He kind of clips it on his own leg, and he takes a stab at you with his spear. 15.
15 hits.
10 damage.
Oh.
Now this is Nimbus. Do I get an attack of opportunity? Because he just.
He's still within 5 feet of you, so no.
Okay.
And that is his go. He is now without shield, so his AC has come down a little bit. Snarn. You see this going on.
16 hit.
You get advantage.
Pack attack.
Pack
Pack
tactics.
tactics.
Okay. 16 just hits. Yep.
This is where it all comes together.
Okay. Leon, you're up. You got to hit
It's
him
okay,
once at
guys.
least.
Just another 150 hit points. Just another 150 hit points. You're okay.
So I'm gonna take out my next arrow and kiss it, and then knock it, and then.
You better buy that arrow dinner.
Oh, you miss. You miss again. Damn it.
Since we're coming near the end of the session, maybe I should use my inspiration and roll again.
All right, go for it.
Get
There you go.
closer.
Yeah, everybody still have inspiration, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my
He doesn't need to
inspiration.
get closer. He has a 150-foot range. He's better off being as far away as he can.
Yeah, look at all this.
Way back there.
Look at all this
Leon
delicious hit
being
points they have.
unconscious isn't fun. Stay away.
Hold on, troubles. Hold on.
Oh,
look
yeah.
at that!
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Get it with the reroll. Yeah, so it was going off course, but like you gave it some body English after you shot it, and yes,
Nice.
it's sticking
Now,
out
is
of
that
his
the-
calf. He reaches down, oh, and he like breaks the arrow off.
Oh, you got 16. Okay.
And I. Power, bitches.
Nice.
Are we getting pizza after this?
Yeah. Cool. All right, Nimbus, you are up, but barely.
All right. Barely indeed. All right, I'm gonna go at him again because I am stupid, and just nail him. Take a shot at him with my quarterstaff.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
Wow, nice.
And is the woman who hired us here?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She is. She's behind the building, kind of like watching from afar. And when you hit him with your quarterstaff, you bloody his nose, and his helmet goes flying off. And he reaches forward, but it's like it's like too late as it's flying off his head.
And he's a mind flayer, then sucks your brain. Oh.
And I'm gonna use my
And she
bonus
was right.
action.
He is indeed ugly.
I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage, and as I do, I just kind of shout, "Don't borrow money from people you get beat up."
My helmet, and shield.
And I'll be over here.
And he's like wipes it with the back of his hand, wipes the blood off of his face. To Baxel,
All right, can I slap Beluga awake?
you may make a medicine check.
This is the most medicine slapping I've ever had.
Get up! All right, so you slap him,
Medicinal
and
slapping.
yeah, he's awake. That's fair. I mean, you use your action to do it, so you're awake with 1 whopping HP.
Drink some of this.
Don't mind if I do.
Hickabee,
think I
you
could,
are you are up.
Oh, sorry.
And you notice Taban, he's starting to look rough. And also the Tej is just like totally catching up to him. He's about to be turned.
Oh. Hickabee winces once he gets stabbed. He's my favorite nipple. What's wrong with you? He's gonna reach for his short sword and just kind of swing it out on broadside, not the cutting edge, but like used to be called non-lethal, but he's gonna be non-lethal with it. If it's the last hit. Why can't my character sheet? There it goes. He's gonna swing his short sword. You got me pulling out cheat sheet. Come on, cheat sheet.
That's a hit. And with that, Taban, you slice him open, and it's like instead of an eye for an eye, it's like nipple for nipple, and you slice him right across his pec, and he drops his spear, And he takes a knee. Fine. Taban will yield. You have bested
Why
me
couldn't
today.
you yell before I lost my nipple?
We win.
Yay.
Only because of too much Tej. I have dishonored myself today. And he has several pouches, like tucked into his belt. And he takes one out. He opens it up a little bit, tosses it to you. It's the full amount of the 500 gold.
You have dishonored yourself not in battle, but in action. You pay your debts.
Is there any more Tej?
Yeah, I think there's another one up here somewhere.
Yeah, he goes and sits down.
This one's mostly backwash now. You don't want to...
Taban doesn't care. And he starts getting like patching himself up. And that's it for the battle.
Oh, my head. He hits like one of those beasts in town.
Tell me, Miss Jacoby, is this how outside in the world? Because I'm going to go back to the monastery if that's the case. My head hurts.
No. Usually these guys are in the bar. You gotta chat them up, then you take them off. This guy was just looking for a fight.
Well, only 8 of us needed to be unconscious. I mean, there's 2 each, right? I don't know how many people are here.
I only fell down once, my friend.
Yeah, he's snoring now. So he's like, he dropped the Tej that Tabaxel handed him. He's up against
Nice.
the
How
stone.
much? Or how many more belt pouches does he have?
Yeah, you can you can try to take a swipe. You want a little sleight of hand or?
I do.
Just run him through with a spear.
Yeah,
Okay.
thugs.
Yeah,
Nice.
you lift another one. Roll a I'll say a percentile, a D100, and see what you nabbed.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, yeah. 42 gold. And it kind of startles him a little bit. And he swings his arm around you, kisses you on the cheek. Yes! Taban, get lucky tonight.
Your money's on the dresser.
So
Hey,
you sneak out of his grasp. Cool.
I try to retrieve as many arrows as I can find.
Okay. How many did you shoot?
I think 5.
I think with the rule of thumb, you get half back. So rounded down.
rounded down.
All right, I find 2.
Nimbus is looking for any teeth that he can find that have left his mouth.
Yeah. Oh shit! He grabs his hanky and clutches his nipple. Oh, nice. Yeah, you're able to reattach, no problem. They can patch that up for you in the port. Cool.
This was fun. I have not gotten in fight in new land. This is great.
Excellent. So she goes and collects her debt. So you guys can. I don't know if there's a person who wants to be the treasurer. I can add a loot thing to hand out. Loot. All players. I don't know if you guys want to keep track of it there. I think that's how we've done it in the past.
Sure. I can do it.
Okay. Cool.
Where did you put it?
Um,
Under handouts?
should just be. I can put it there. It should just. I'm just showing it at the top. So I'll slide it up in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Leave it at the top. That's fine.
Oh, too late.
I can't. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's gone. Further.
It's
there
in
it
there.
I cannot edit it.
is. Yeah.
No? No, you can.
All right. So we get 100 gold.
100 gold. And Tabaxel, you got what you nicked from Taban.
Or two.
Are you gonna share or are you keeping it for yourself?
Well, I mean,
Use a draw.
yeah. I'll keep it because it'll buy me some gear. That'll help everybody.
So
I'm not even sure if you guys saw me take it.
That's right. We
Nice.
just thought you were unconscious still.
Yeah. It could be a little busy.
Yeah.
Figuring out how he's gonna change his wardrobe. It's gotta hang down showing the other nipple now.
Yeah, I think it's pretty distracting to see a goblin and the hillbilly looking for parts of their body on the ground. It might be distracted you.
I'm just sitting on my ass, holding my head, going, "Oh."
You hear nipples, teeth. It's very disorienting. Cool. I think we'll wrap it up here tonight. It's a good stopping point.
Yeah.
That works.
It wasn't too hard. It wasn't too hard. It was just some exercise.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and kill the video here. Stop recording.